Now, if today and right now, if you get 200,000, what does it mean to you? Can it change your life? Can it really, support you in doing that business that you look forward into doing? What exactly is it to you? All right. Now, guess what? Today and on this video right now, I'm going to share with you for the next 15 minutes. I'm going to share with you how do you save 200,000 in 17 months. You know what I've been doing since I started making this video? I talk much about where to invest, how to invest, but I've never dedicated a video of how exactly can you bring forth that amount of money for you to invest. Remember one thing, there is there is no way you can bypass the savings to invest. It's like asking me, Joseph, how can I get a child without getting pregnant? Anyway, if you're watching me for the first time, this is Good Joseph speaking, and today I'm gonna talk slowly. You guys are telling me, Joseph, please take a breath in between your words. I'm gonna take you step by step. All right. So if you're watching me for the first time, go ahead and hit that subscription button. It's a small button below there. Make sure that you turn that notification bell so be notified whenever I upload a new good video. Make sure that you like the video and comment on the comment section. I know you're already bold. You'll be like, come on, talk about it. Okay, fine. Here I am. Okay. Now, 200,000. Let's do very quick mathematics with you. 200,000. 200,000, okay, in a period of 17 months. Do you know what that means? Simple means 200,000, 200,000 divided by 17 months. You see, you're supposed to save 13,000, rather not 13,000, but 11,763 shillings, around there. That's the amount of money that you need to save each and every month. 11,763 towards the rest of the 17 months for you to get that 200,000. Okay, and how much does it mean in terms of the day? This is per month. Now daily you need to take that 11,763 divided by 30. You get approximately 393 shilling. As simple as that. 393 shilling. Did you get that? Now that is per day. You need to be taking 393 shillings. You set it aside. Now, the question is this. Before you even talk to how you can be able to save, I have 5 questions I want you to answer right now. By the way, you can pause this video, go take a pen and paper, sit down and answer these 5 questions. Question number 1, first, what does the 200 mean to you? What does it mean? Well, you see, if you give somebody 200 and another somebody, they're going to react differently because someone may not even need 200,000. They need like 2 million, 4, 10 or something. So what exactly does 200,000 mean to you? Good. Answer that question. Does it really mean a lot? Okay. Now, what effect can that 390 have to your normal budget? If today we agree, me and you, on this video, that please, you want to get the 200,000 for the next 17 months, please be setting aside only 393 shillings, or should I call it 390 shillings, as little as that. By the way, another question before I come back to that, but let me just explain that before I forget about it. Okay, if today I take 390 shillings from your budget, from that money that you usually earn, be it either daily, weekly or monthly, what effect can it have? Will it deter you from eating, paying school fees, paying your rent, or even dressing? What effect can it have? If it's gonna have a little bit of less effect to those 4 important things that I've said, then you can go ahead and commit it. If it doesn't have any effect, you're only affected by the character and the behavior towards saving that, then you should embark on saving. Now answer this question, the third one. When do you need that 200,000? I know on this video I'm talking about in 17 months from now, but according to you, when do you need? So if you need it way before the 17th month, then of course you need to save more. If you need it maybe a little bit later, from say at 24 months or 3 years, of course you can actually leverage on time and save less. The fourth question, how far can you stretch? And this is the most important question. How far can you stretch for you to save that amount of money? What exactly, in short, I'm asking you, what can you sacrifice? To what extent can you go in the name of sacrificing for you to achieve that amount of money? And the last one, what do you mark, or what do you make in a day? How much do you manage to make that? Now, this is the question. The mission is to get 200,000. And how much do you make per day? Let's say you're watching this video, you're employed per month. Probably the question of how much you make per day, it is out of question. So what you do, you simply go it to the daily earnings or the daily requirements. It's only 393 shilling. Or you simply need to take 11,763 shilling and put it aside. Once you put that amount of money aside, but remember here, I know I use the term save, but we are not saving. We are investing this money. Ain't gonna suggest any specific area of investment, but of course, if you need this money in liquid form, go whichever that gives you the liquidity. All right. Let's say give you something like say 12% per annum. If it gives you the 12% per annum, and if you're working daily, or maybe say you're getting employed, or rather you get being paid every day, so you can be throwing your 390 shillings continuously. And mark you'll hit the 200,000 before the 17th month lapses. This is simply 1 year and 5 months before that particular period of time lapses. All right, then you keep on throwing that money out there. And what guides you are three things. One, you need to be guided by the consistency. Of course, the consistency. Why? Because you need to do it continuously in the name of what exactly does 200 mean to you. If it means life and death, if it means if you get this. By the way, have you ever met somebody telling you, I dare tell you, if I can get an X amount of money within that period of time, I can do X, Y, Z. And if you're in that particular state scenario, and this 200 means a lot to you, then you actually be gonna, for example, this 393 shillings, that's like the price of cappuccinos double in Kenya. Yeah, you get like cappuccino double or something. That's a coffee. So if you can sacrifice those coffees that you take frequently, those outings that you go frequently, that very nice, elegant sort of hair or whatever the thing that specific thing that you know uses a lot of your money, if you can set it aside in a period of only 17 months, in 17 months, you have yourself the 200,000. Then you can go ahead and do whatever the business that you would love to do. So you need consistency, and that is working catered for what? The reason as to why you're saving that amount of money. The other thing that you need, of course, is the discipline. Because, by the way, let me just tell you as early as this, it is not easy. By the way, if it is easier, then almost everyone will be having this amount of money. It is not easy. It is a strive. You need to be out there. You need to show up every day. And if you're employed daily and you get your payment daily, it can become a little bit tougher for you, especially if you do not have the discipline when it comes to the financial management. Let's say in Kenya, approximately most of the people get paid, say, 1,000 shilling to 1,200 per day. That is in Kenyan shilling. That's like $12 in a day. So then if you're getting paid 1,200 per day, then you should ask yourself, if I get 393 shillings out of that, that is approximately 400. If I get 400 out of that 1,200, I'm left with 800. If I'm left with 800, then can this 800 cater for my food, cater for my rent, cater for my electricity, cater for the school fees of the kids if I have any? Can it cater for my clothing? Can it cater for my some outings and what have you? Because you are a human being at the same time. Those are the questions that you should ask yourself. Then if it does not affect that amount of budget of that particular kind of a scenario, then you can go ahead. And if you realize it's gonna affect some of your basic things of which you cannot shake them off, then you can bring this figure a little bit down, maybe let's say to the language of 300 or even to 250, depends with your budget. You know what I don't like to do is to squeeze a specific budget to somebody. By the way, there's someone who can even save this 200,000 within 3 months, because you find this somebody is not married and then he is making 1,200 per day. This guy can actually decide to save 800 per day. Obviously, the period of time will go less. That's what we're supposed to do. So what you do, you adjust based on your budget. Now, I'm going to give you a very tricky, very simple trick to actually manage to save this amount of money in that particular. Maybe perhaps if I talk about, for example, right now there are people who get paid something like 20,000 a month. 20,000 a month. Sometimes even less than this. You find somebody are earning 15,000 a month. Trust you not. Somebody had just graduated their return. They're earning only 15,000 a month. This is like not even like, this is 500 daily, assuming in a month of 30 days. That's only 500 daily. Now, these individuals, if you tell them to get 393 or 400 basically from this amount of money in a day, that would be a very, very tough kind of a lifestyle. 15,000 minus 11,780. That money means a lot. And of course, they may not be able to cater for their basic needs. No, how do these people achieve that particular thing? Two things. You either adjust the target, or you adjust the amount, or you adjust the time. Those are the three options. Do you want to adjust the time, the target, or the amount? All right, but now let's the target remain to be 200. Now, how much can you be able to save in a month? Probably you may not be able to save that 393 shillings, but you can manage 250. isn't it? You can manage half of that what you make in a month, especially if you do not have most of the responsibility on top of you. So if you can manage to 50, then of course 17 months may not work for you. A little bit longer period of time may apply. Probably you can go for 24 months or maybe 25 months. But the point is, no matter who or when you reach that particular destination, there is nothing wrong. But again, be guided by when you want that particular amount of money. If you want it closer, then when you accumulate a certain amount of money, maybe let's say you save up to your 60th thousand. When you are there, now ask yourself, what can I do with this, what I have, to help me ease the process or the journey to achieving that 200,000? That is exactly what you do. And I always tell people, if you're in a journey of investment, always change your mind. Always be flexible to changing your mind. You can even hit your first 100,000. Now you're simply at the half of the journey. You're remaining with 100,000 remaining to be catered for or to be saved. Then what do? You take that what you have, you throw it in an investment. For instance, if you take a whole chunk of 100,000, throw it in a money market fund, every day will be giving you like 30 something shillings. And that 30 something shillings, you can be doing something. I mean, it is helping you. It's no longer 390 that you need like 360, or at the end of the month you have your 1,200 or 1,300 somewhere. It is helping you. Or at the end of the year you have like 12,000 or 13,000 or 14,000 thereabout. So you use that money, you use it as a tool to help you make more of that what you do not have. So those are simple things and tricks that you can supposed to use. Now the other thing, before I finish this video, 200,000, please reduce it to your language. For instance, there's someone whom you can tell 200,000 and then it sounds like a so huge amount of money. That's true because people do not earn the same amount of money. Then I gave you some tricks sometimes back, and if you have never watched that video, then you can take a point here. Try to compartmentalize or try to subdivide this money into smaller compartments, into smaller units that you can be able to resonate with. For instance, 200,000, it simply means you need 1,000, you need 1,200 of it. 200 of it. Did you just see what I've done? You simply need that one note, that 1,000. I wish I had mine, could have shown you how the Kenyan 1,000 shillings looks like if you don't watch this from Kenya. Now, see, you only need that a single note or a bill, 200 of them, then you have your language. You get what I'm saying? But now, when I talk about the language of 1,000, of course, you come across that amount of money. So how about you save the first one? Of course. Now you take maybe you can take a scale, what do we call it? This thing of the computer, Excel. You write from the 1 all the way to 200. All right. So when you get the first one, put it here and say tick. I have done the thing. You go to the second one. You go to the third, the fourth, to the fifth. See, the moment you are ticking the first, the third, whatever, and then maybe let's say you are at your 10th. Okay, you are remaining to 290, or rather you're remaining to 190. Guess what happens now? Usually develop a certain dopamine to give you the urge, the zeal, the motivation to do that. Then you continually do that until you hit your what? The 200th one. And this, if you actually work on this particular kind of a view, you're gonna make it possible for you to achieve it, compared to a situation whereby you're just dealing with a sort of combined figure of 200. It may sound strange to you, and it may sound as if you cannot even achieve it. So basically, that is exactly how you manage to save 200,000 in a period of 17 years. Did I promise it's easy? No, I did not promise that. It requires a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice has to be catered for, because it is not that easy. If it is, then everybody will be saving that amount of money. So how about you do this? Don't have to wait until the year starts. You can do it now. For example, right now I'm making this video in September of 2024. How about you embark on saving that amount of money and be like, you know what, I don't have to wait until this specific time. I can do it now, and then one day you can achieve that amount of money. How about you view it that way? And then you're gonna do something. All right, this is good, Joseph, and don't forget, always leave a comment on the comment section. And for now, it's a goodbye. But if you'd like to get my services in one way or the other, my booklets, my personal guidance booklet on finances, click that link, or rather go on the description of this specific video, grab that number of mine, and then you can talk business. For now, it's a goodbye and see you in the next one.